I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Kilmar Abrego Garcia, one of the men that was wrongfully deported to El Salvador. Kilmar was born in El Salvador. His family ran a small successful business. Unfortunately, a local gang, Barrio 18, threatened and extorted their family. This led to Kilmar fleeing to the US in 2011, and at this point he was considered an illegal immigrant. In 2019, he was held up by police officers in a Home Depot parking lot while looking for labor work. This is the police gang interview sheet that they filed. He was never confirmed of being a part of a gang. He was accused of being a part of the New York chapter of MS-13, and he lived and operated in Maryland. There's no information saying that he did anything in New York. All this led to a lawsuit in 2019. ABC wrote an article summarizing what the court decided. Quote, though Abrego Garcia entered the US illegally and was subject to possible deportation, an immigration judge in 2019 granted a withholding of his removal to his home country of El Salvador due to fear of persecution, end quote. This basically means he was protected from being deported to El Salvador. This also means that he could be deported to any other country but El Salvador. In the same year, he also got married, making him a US citizen. This leads us to the main Republican talking point against him right now. In 2021, his wife filed a civil protective order, and CNN has an article with one of her many responses to this situation. It says, quote, things did not escalate and I decided not to follow through with the civil court process. We were able to work through the situation privately as a family, included by going to counseling. Our marriage only grew stronger in the years that followed. No one is perfect and no marriage is perfect, end quote. From this point on, this shouldn't be a topic of conversation. The family has moved on from this. It's not something that is any of our business. This leads us to February 2025. This is when he was detained by ICE and then subsequently flown to El Salvador on the false pretense that he was a part of MS-13. And again, he was never confirmed to be a member of any gang. Kilmar's wife also only had 10 minutes to get their kid after this situation. AP News wrote an article on this. It says, quote, an agent called Vasquez Sura said she had 10 minutes to retrieve their son or ICE would request child protective services, end quote. This is obviously inhumane and unreasonable. When you're a legal citizen, you don't expect to be detained by ICE, and being given 10 minutes to respond to the situation is fucking insane. This is the Supreme Court order that was sent in response to the Kilmar situation. On page 2, it specifically says that the government was required to facilitate the return of Garcia, and in this context, facilitate means they need to find a way to get Garcia back into the country, not wait for El Salvador to decide when they want to bring Garcia back into the country. We need to step up and do the fucking job. It also specifically says in this court order, again, that Garcia has never been confirmed to be a gang member. I'm going to show you multiple clips of White House officials blatantly lying about fundamental facts about this case.
Two courts, an immigration court and an appellate immigration court, ruled that he was a member of MS-13 and he was illegally in our country. That's up to El Salvador if they want to return him. That's not up to us.
He was an illegal alien from El Salvador. As two immigration courts found that he was a member of MS-13.
This individual is a citizen of El Salvador. He was illegally in the United States and was returned.
This response from the White House is pathetic. They're just lying. They know what they need to do in this situation. They're pretending they don't. Republican Senator Riley Moore went to El Salvador and decided to use the prison as a photo op. Meanwhile, Democratic Senator Dan Holland was able to actually talk with Garcia. He found out that he was relocated to a different prison about 10 days ago. This one senator was able to verify that Garcia was alive while the entire Trump administration didn't even try. This shows a fundamental difference in compassion between the two parties. We should all be furious about the situation. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is an American citizen, and every American citizen deserves due process in a court. I'll be posting more about this and other topical stories as they come up. Make sure to like and follow to stay up to date.